This is a video that I've been so excited to make since June of this year. I'm currently recording this December 30th, and I hope that I either get it out today or tomorrow for New Year's, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I've just been waiting so long to make this video because I had to wait a year to make it. Today I'm going to be talking and ranking all of the movies that I watched for the first time in 2025. And I have a tier list to put them all on, so I'm so excited. For some background, I actually downloaded letterboxd, not sponsored by letterboxd by the way, I just love them, in April of this year, and I love organizing and ranking stuff. I don't know why, I just do. When I downloaded letterboxd, it actually gave me inspiration to, and like reason to watch new movies. We're gonna go through these movies and we're gonna talk about them for like a second, rank them, and then move on. If you see any trends with these movies, comment down below, because as I was going through these, I'm like, oh, I watched this because of this person, or I watched this because I was into this at the time. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. Also, by the way, I ranked them like on a tier list as I was watching them, so and I haven't really updated them since then, just because it really just was how I was feeling at the time. And I have my reasons for each one, you know what I mean? So is it a perfect tier list? No, okay. The majority of these movies I watched once and only once. Some of them I watched and I did not like them. Some of them I watched and I absolutely loved them. And you know, some of them I watched and they're definitely not perfect movies, but I love them. So yeah, these are my opinions. You do not have to share any opinions with me. If there's a movie that I talk about in here that you have your own opinion on, comment down below and I would love to read them. If there is a movie that I didn't like and you're just like, you just have to rewatch it again, you missed this or whatever, also tell me too, because I am willing to change my opinion, okay? And who knows, maybe we can make this a yearly thing where I just watch a bunch of movies and tell you guys about them. Oh, also what I want to mention too is when I downloaded letterboxd back in April and started taking reviewing kind of seriously, I forgot a lot of the movies that I watched from January to April. So those movies, if it comes to my mind, then it comes to my mind. But the majority of it is from April to now. 66 movies in 2025. Didn't get one more. I want to be specific here. These are movies that I watched for the first time in 2025. They're not all movies that released in 2025. Let's get started because this is a long list. First movie up is Longlegs. I fell asleep watching Longlegs. I watched it at home. I don't know why I fell asleep, I just did. And the only thing that I really remember about it is like, I'm just not into it. I thought Nicolas Cage did a great job with the acting, but overall I was pretty bored and it just wasn't it for me. So that's gonna be a D. Snow White remake. Okay, let's talk about it. When trailers and stuff like that dropped for Snow White remake, I was like, oh no, like Disney's doing this again where they're constantly making remakes of stories that they don't really need to make. And the unfortunate thing with Snow White remake is the fact that Rachel Zegler is such an amazing singer and actor, but Disney did her so wrong. Stop blaming Rachel Zegler for the Snow White remake, start blaming Disney. So Snow White remake, I'm sorry, D tier. Minecraft movie came out in April. Here's the thing with the Minecraft movie. For me, Minecraft movie, it was entertaining, and that's really it. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's not my movie, it's not my kind of movie. I probably wouldn't watch it again. And also the way that people just acted during the showings of these movies, you know, chicken jockey, oh, like throwing popcorn around, throwing drinks, like that is just so, it's just bad movie theater etiquette. And I don't know why people think that it's okay to do that. Like, Minecraft movie, I'm sorry, D tier. I can't, I'm sorry. Talk to Me. I've been wanting to watch Talk to Me for like a really long time, but I just had never really taken the time to see it. And then when I saw it, it was pretty good. When I was a kid, I really hated anything remotely scary or anything, but you know, growing up, I like scary things, I like horror movies and stuff like that now, and it really isn't the mindset of like, this isn't real, this is scary, or like, oh, that effect is so crazy, oh, this actress is amazing in this performance. So that really helps me get through it. But with Talk to Me, oof, like the I think it's just a lot of like the body horror like element to it, which is also kind of wild because I love the Saw movies too, and that stuff doesn't really get to me, but talk to me, like those effects, like that stuff, like when I think like when the kid's like gouging out his eyes, like I can't, oof, like that was rough. But it was an amazing story, amazing performances, like amazing everything. It was just great. So that's gonna be an A tier for me. Poltergeist. This is one of those movies where it's like, how have you not seen this before? I thought it was gonna be a lot scarier than it actually was. And horror movies in the 80s are a lot more different than horror movies that are made now, so it's more cheesy, it's more corny, it's whatever, but for me, I really thought it was gonna be a lot scarier than it actually was. And for me, it just kept going on and on and on and on. And I was just so, I was getting bored really quickly. I really want to love it as much as people love it. So for now, it's gonna be D tier. Next movie up is Lisa Frankenstein. Now, I can't remember if I watched this in 2024 or 2025. I believe I watched it in 2025. But this was also one of those movies where it must have happened sometime between January and April. I can't remember. I really enjoyed it. I also feel like Lisa Frankenstein would love Chappell Roan. 5 Feet Apart was a movie that I actually saw like clips and stuff like that on TikTok. I liked it. It destroyed me for a week because it was really sad, but I liked it. For me, it's like B tier movie, and I think that's okay. Django Unchained was one of those movies that was like just playing in the living room. I was hanging out with my family. My dad was like, hey Raina, watch this movie. It's, you know, very much dad recommendation sort of movie. I remember thinking it was cool. There are so many divas in this movie. I thought it was kind of hilarious. B tier. Sucker Punch is really one of those movies where like you just have to accept anything that happens. You're like, oh, this is happening now? Oh great, this is okay. You know what? Carry on. Fine. Just keep watching. No big deal. Okay. So we're doing that now, okay? If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's just, it's like, what? And there are so many like random like actors in there that I wasn't expecting. I was like, Oscar Isaac is in that movie? I forgot her name, but she plays Joanna in the Hunger Games. I probably wouldn't put it on again. For that, D tier. Awake. Awake was crazy. Awake was like the first movie in a really long time where I was like actually shocked at plot twist. And it really messed with my heart. Pun intended. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a cat outside! Oh my gosh, hello kitty. Okay, was this how it was? I don't remember. The movie kind of centers around anesthesia awareness, which if you're not familiar with what that is, like imagine you go under surgery, you get put under, and at some point you're awake, but you can't move, you're like whatever, but you can feel surgeons like cutting you open and working with, it's just, the thought of that really freaks me out. I thought it was pretty good, so B tier. 10 Things I Hate About You. How is it that I watched this movie for the first time in 2025? I have no idea. But I watched this and I don't understand why people love it so much. It's not the movie that I thought it would be. It's not the movie that a lot of people hype it up to be. And frankly, I don't understand why people really like it so much. It's just not my movie, and that's okay. C tier. Finally, we have an S tier thing. Okay, Next to Normal. Oh my god. Next to Normal, not a movie. It's a musical, but they have the performance thingy on it, and it's on Letterboxd, so I'm counting it. I don't care. The singing, the acting, everything in it. If you have not seen it, go watch it. S tier. Nobody's gonna change my mind on that. It's so good. And now we're back to lower tiers. Okay, Lilo and Stitch remake. I had such high hopes for this. Like, unlike the Snow White trailer, when I watched the Lilo and Stitch one, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good remake. Like, Disney really, like, this one's a good one. It really was one of those moments where I'm like, Disney, your blueprint is there. You made the blueprint. What is up with that? Like, I was like, who's this new neighbor? Why is there a wedding? The disguises were just them turning into humans. And they weren't even divas. A lot of movies that I don't like or something like that, I usually am like, it's not my kind of movie. It's not my movie. Some people like it, some people don't. I just don't like it. It's not for me, whatever. But this one, I'm like, no, this was bad. F tier. F tier movie. Bad. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know this is not another movie. It's a series on Disney+. I watched it in preparation for Thunderbolts. Not really much to say about it for me. B. Okay, and now we're back. S tier, Thunderbolts. It's one of those movies where like, I know a lot of people wouldn't consider it an S tier movie. S tier movie is like, this is perfect, no mistakes, no whatever. Don't care. It's an S tier for me. I thought that Yelena's monologue for, you know, when she's confronting Alexei was really cool. I just thought like Lewis Pullman's acting was amazing. I remember being like, telling my friend like, who is the person that plays Bob? Like, I feel like I know him from somewhere. And my friend was like, oh no, he's in all these movies like Top Gun, whatever. I'm like, that's probably okay. Top Gun, we'll talk about it later. I saw Thunderbolts 3 times in theaters, and then actually the following week is when I went to New York, so I was obsessed with it for like the entire summer. And then when it came out in August, I watched it immediately. Endings, beginnings, F tier. If you like this movie, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it just wasn't good at all. You're not rooting for anybody. There's not anything that's like, yeah, this is cool, this is great. No, it's just downhill. It's one of those movies where like, oh, I recognize some of these actors, so I'm gonna watch it because, you know, they're usually in great movies. And God, it was just so bad. How to Train Your Dragon remake. And this is all I have to say about it. Hey DreamWorks. Hey DreamWorks, make a Rise of the Guardians remake. Hey, if you remake this movie, I won't be mad at it because, hey, guess what? Rise of the Guardians as a remake would be awesome. It was so well done, and I think a lot of people who don't like it are just really, really nitpicky. A tier. Strangers Pray at Night. Another horror movie. I think I watched the original Strangers like a couple years ago, and I remember being like, this is kind of dumb. I kind of had the same feelings towards it as like the first one, where I'm like, they're just running. The bad guys just keep coming back. Like, it just wasn't... C tier for me. It was like kind of meh, it's okay. Next movie is Repo the Genetic Opera. I think it's gonna be one of those movies where I'm gonna have to rewatch it again to kind of really like appreciate it. Like, I also like the songs in there. And I thought the costumes were really cool and stuff like that, but it was very much like it's alright. It's alright. So it's just gonna be C tier for me. Bad Times at the El Royale. S tier. This is a movie that I saw clips of on TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this because, you know, it looks like something that might be interesting. When I looked it up, I actually thought it was gonna be more like Clue. I love Clue, so I was like, this is gonna be great. Like, I loved it. If you've seen the movie, it is not like Clue. It is a million times crazier than Clue. I only knew that Lewis Pullman was in it. I didn't know who else was in it, but this cast was crazy. Lewis Pullman, Cynthia Erivo, Chris Hemsworth, Kaylee Spaney, Dakota Johnson. If you haven't seen the movie, I think it's pretty good, but if you don't really like it, or if you think it's boring, I'm like, okay, that's your opinion, because I know it, because to me it's one of those movies that's like, it's not for everybody. But I really liked it because it, you know, the suspense, the mystery, there's multiple perspectives from it, the costumes were great, the performance like were crazy. I could listen to Cynthia Erivo sing Unchained Melody all day. I actually rented it on Amazon Prime and I watched it 3 times in 2 days. So yeah, it's gonna be an S tier for me. I really, really liked it. Top Gun Maverick, here we go. I know my mom loves Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick, and it really is one of those like comfort movies for her. She'll like watch on her day off when she's cleaning, when she just needs, you know, comfort movie, like that sort of thing. So she really loves it. And I was telling her about Thunderbolts and whatever, and she was like, oh my god, like, have you seen it? And I was like, no, I haven't actually seen it. Like, I've seen a couple bits here and there from when you're watching it, but I have never actually seen the full movie. She was shocked that I had not seen this movie. So yeah, we watched it right then and there, and I actually really liked it. Yeah, A tier movie for me. Dude, I've been talking for like 40 minutes straight. My voice is gonna go out. I think this is my favorite movie that has come out this year. Sinners was amazing. Sinners is one of those movies that I really wish that I had actually gone to the theaters and watched it there. I actually wanted to go see it in theaters, but I was busy with other things. Sinners did an amazing job with the characters, the lighting, the costumes, the story, everything. I went down a rabbit hole of like the SFX makeup stuff like that and how they did it on YouTube. Like, I was deep into this lore about the movie. My goodness, it was so good, and I rewatched it so many times since then. Yeah, so amazing, amazing. S tier movie. Here's another movie that I should have seen before, but I haven't until this year. Final Destination. Like, in the writer's room, they're all just trying to figure out the most creative ways to kill people. Like, it just wasn't it for me. It's one of those movies where I'm like, okay, now I can say that I've seen it. it's just that kind of movie for me, so D tier. I watched Zombies 3 for the first time this year, and let me tell you why. Because Zombies 4 came out in July too, so I was just prepping to watch Zombies 4 because I loved Zombies 1 when it came out, and I have seen Zombies 2, and now I'm like, okay, it's the last movie, I'm gonna watch it because I like Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly and Chandler. Like, it is a Disney Channel movie, so it's kind of like a what do you expect sort of deal. So yeah, for me, D tier movie. And same thing with Zombies 4. Okay, next movie is Superman. David Cornsweet is hope personified. Like, he's such like a silly person, and he plays Superman so well. And I'm not a DC girl like at all. I don't really know a whole lot about DC or those superhero like stuff. I'm definitely more of a Marvel girl, but this really this was a good movie. Superman is gonna be an S tier movie for me. I love it so much. Death of a Unicorn. Okay, I don't remember a whole lot about this movie. I just remember thinking like the CGI for the unicorns looked good, and that was really it. So C tier movie. Mickey 17. Okay, I wanted to see Mickey 17 in theaters so badly, but I was busy at the time, so I didn't get to see it. But now I'm kind of glad that I didn't get to see it. Not that it's a movie that's like, oh, you could wait until it's on streaming kind of movies, but it was one of those movies where I'm like, this is it's okay. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Happy Gilmore 2. It had been a really long time since I watched the first Happy Gilmore, and I remember being like, when I watched Happy Gilmore 2, I was like, there's so much happening here, and there's a lot of cameos, and that's really it. So for me, it's just C tier. Salem's Law, I think it's based off of like a Stephen King book or something like that. I hadn't read the book. It was just, you know, horror movie. Then I saw clips of on TikTok, and I was like, oh, might as well just watch it. And I thought, it's okay. It's an okay movie, so C tier. Press Play was another movie that I saw, and the thing is with romance movies, it's like, you gotta do them right. It's one of those things where like, how does any of this make sense? So yeah, for me, Press Play is just gonna be a C tier. Pearl, I saw for the first time this year, and I'm really glad that I actually got to watch Pearl, because it's one of those movies that I've been wanting to see for a really long time, and I watched it, and I thought it was good. You know, another A24 film. It's very much like slow, like build up, something crazy happens, and then it's like mellows out, and then something crazy happens again. I thought Mia Goth did an amazing job. I would watch it again. I think it's cool. So for me, B tier movie. Presence, I think, is one of those, I don't remember how exactly I ended up watching it. I think it was one of those movies where it's like, oh, you just see it and you're like, I wonder what this is about. And I thought that the only really cool, and it's a horror movie, by the way. I thought the only really cool thing about it was the fact that it was from the perspective of, it's not a ghost. It's like something like grief or torment or something like that, like personified. I don't really know, but it wasn't from like the family's perspective. It was like you were there hiding, watching things go out. And I think that there were so many more concerning things that were happening in that family, more than the fact that there was a ghost that was haunting them. It was like, there's just a lot of drama in this family, and I feel like I'm just watching it happen, and it wasn't for me. I think that you could do a lot with a story that's like from the perspective of the ghost or demon or whatever it was, but it just wasn't it for me. So D tier. Silence of the Lambs, again, a movie that I should have seen before 2025, but I didn't, so I watched it this year, and I thought it was a really good movie. I'm glad that I can now say that I've seen it. I understand why it's so popular. I understand why it's so iconic. I probably wouldn't watch it again on my own. I'd probably watch it with a group of people. I didn't really think it was necessarily that scary. I just, you know, it's very suspenseful and all that stuff, and it was a good movie. So for me, it's just a B tier. I remember watching X-Men, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember being like, oh yeah, I understand why people like this, but I'm also not an X-Men kind of girl. I just don't, it's not for me, but it's still a good movie, so it's just a B tier for me. Snatch. I hardly remember this movie, which sounds bad in like the context of like, you know, me making this video and ranking movies, because it's like you should remember the movies that you're watching because you're gonna rank them. But Snatch, I just remember being bored, and there was a lot of people in them, and it was just a meh movie for me, so C tier. I watched Terrifier for the first time this year, which After watching that movie, I'm gonna say here, I will not hear you out. Anybody who says, hear me out to Art the Clown, no. You people are sick. Will I watch the other movies? Probably, but this one was just, oh, it was sickening. So I think it's just gonna be a B tier. But I will say a good horror movie that really did get me, Possum, is a horror movie that my brother had recommended to me because I had a conversation with him about how I wanted a horror movie that like was genuinely scary, something that genuinely unnerved me. Like I was like, I want something that like I'm gonna have nightmares later. Like I don't know why. I was just like, I want something good. The main scary thing is like this puppet thing, and it was so, I don't even want to put a picture up because it is so gross looking. Every single time it showed up on screen, I looked away because it was so just gross looking. I hated it so much. It was very much Spider meets Mannequin meets Uncanny Valley. Like it's not a horror movie that you would expect to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get jump scared a lot. It's very much based like atmosphere, story, just looking at creepy things. And that for me makes it a B tier movie. I watched Juno. I thought it was good. I understand why people like it. So B tier. I watched Elio. I know a lot of people are still upset at Pixar for the art style and they just need to move on and it's not working anymore and whatever. So that's mainly why I didn't go see it in theaters, but I was like, but when it released on Disney Plus, I was like, might as well just watch it. I don't know, who cares? I cried once. I wish it didn't get as much hate as it did. It's an okay movie. It's an okay Pixar movie. So it's just gonna be C tier. Midsummer. Is it scary? Which, yeah, definitely. Like in some ways it's very like eerie and like weird. I don't know if I'd watch it again like anytime soon, but I still thought it was a pretty good movie. It's all right for me. It's all right. Now I can say that I've seen it. That's kind of my takeaway from it. It's like, okay, I'm glad that I've seen it now. So it's just gonna be C tier. The Craft was a movie that was recommended to me and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really cool. You know, recognize some actors that I knew. For me, it's just gonna be an S tier movie. I watched The Wild Robot and I thought it was okay. Wild Robot was like a good movie, but it's just not for me. I probably wouldn't rewatch it again anytime soon. So for me, it's just gonna be a C tier. I think it's gonna be very clear to you guys that I love murder mystery and like suspense movies because I really enjoyed Knives Out. I like the wardrobe for it. I thought the acting was great. I thought the story was cool. So yeah, it's an A tier movie for me. Okay, not a movie, but I saw it in theaters. Taylor Swift's Life of a Showgirl listening party. It was pretty much a combination of like lyric videos for the songs in Life of a Showgirl and also behind the scenes footage for when they were making the Life of Ophelia music video. And it was also like Taylor talking about each of the songs and their meanings and how she wrote them. Like, but for me, C tier. Now You See Me 2. Actually, I really liked it. It's one of those things with the Now You See Me movies where it's like, that could be a magic trick, but the majority of it is just CGI. I think a lot of people hate that that's the case, where it's mainly CGI, but for me, like, I don't care. It looks cool, why not? Who cares? But I did enjoy the movie, it was kind of cool, so B tier. All right, another horror movie. I watched Sinister, and I fell asleep. I was watching the majority of it, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up towards the end. I may have to rewatch it, because people really think it's scary, and the stuff that I was awake for, I was like, this is not... I would ignore everything. I'm like, I'm not gonna explore these reels, I'm not gonna explore these newspapers, I'm not gonna go exploring anywhere else. I don't mess with, I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with any of that stuff. But for now, it's just gonna end up in the C tier. All right, guys, we made it to the last page. The perks of being a wallflower. I don't know how I went so long without watching this movie, but when I did watch it, I liked it. I really thought it was cool. Now I understand why a lot of people like it, so it's just gonna be an A tier for me. I watched Frankenstein from 1931. This movie was crazy, and it really did kick off like this fixation of like the classic Universal monsters thing. Like this was crazy for me. I don't know why I liked it so much, but I did. I also kept thinking about like all that stuff, like they didn't have CGI and stuff, like that was just, they did that. So yeah, this is gonna be an A tier movie. Now we're moving on to another movie. It's this one up here, The Bride of Frankenstein. I actually like this movie more than the original like Frankenstein, I think. I thought this one was better. It does make me sad though that she only gets like 5 minutes of screen time, but it's okay. So it's gonna be an A tier. Then I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I thought it was really corny, and maybe I have to rewatch it, but I just did not think it was that good. I was just kind of bored, unfortunately. I didn't really like it, but maybe I have to give it another chance, so let me know. It's just gonna be a D tier. Now we're back in the 30s when I watched The Invisible Man. I really enjoyed this movie, and he's just a menace like the entire time. I really liked it, so it's gonna be an A tier. Now we're jumping into the 60s when I watched The Little Shop of Horrors. Not this one. This one is from the 80s. I thought it was okay. There's really not much to say about it. I prefer this one, and I kind of miss the songs, so it's just gonna be in C. And then I watched Dracula. I don't know why I had this fixation, but I did. I thought Renfield was honestly kind of funny. I liked the movie, A tier. With all these older movies that I've been watching, more and more stuff about them like started showing up on my TikTok, and more clips from more random movies that I had never even heard of started showing up on my TikTok, and that's how I found Days of Glory. And honestly, I really liked it, and anybody who likes Gregory Peck, you'll like this movie. And if you don't know who Gregory Peck is, I can only assume that you haven't gone to freshman year English before, because he was in To Kill a Mockingbird and he played Atticus Finch. So if you like Gregory Peck, you'll like him in Days of Glory. In Days of Glory, I put in B tier. And then I watched Selena. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really interesting. B tier. I did not intend to watch Frankenstein 1931 in like prep for Frankenstein 2025. It just so happens that I was just watching the older one and then the newer one was coming out, and I really enjoyed watching Frankenstein 2025. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It was so amazing. The use of color, the performances, the wardrobe, the storytelling, the perspectives. Watching these two Frankenstein movies, it actually inspired me to get the book. So now I'm actually going to be reading the original. And now I get to make the call of what is the most accurate adaptation, because it seems that every single Frankenstein adaptation there's people that are going to be nitpicky and be like, this is not accurate, this isn't. So I want to make the call. So yeah, Frankenstein 2025, S tier, nobody can change my mind. Fantastic Four, First Steps. I thought it's okay. I saw a lot of people really like love this movie. They're like, Marvel's so back, this is amazing, like whatever. And I thought it's okay. C tier, not much to say about it. And then I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I wanted to say that I watched it. I also wanted to know what the hype was all about, because people really like this movie. I understand why a lot of people like it, but it's just not for me. I probably wouldn't rewatch it again anytime soon. I thought it was okay, so C tier. I watched Gifted because I saw a clip of it on TikTok, and it was crazy. I thought McKenna Grace and Chris Evans did an amazing job. I forgot who else was in the movie, but they all did an amazing job too. There's not really much I want to talk about it with it, other than the fact that I just liked it, so it's gonna be an A tier. Don't yell at me. I watched Fight Club for the first time in 2025, and I won't talk about it. I watched Materialist, and I thought it was okay. I watched it for Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans, just like everybody else, but I didn't want to watch it in theaters because I was like, this is just not my kind of movie. And I watched it when it came out on streaming platforms, and I'm glad I did, because I just thought it's okay. And that's really it, so C tier. I watched Tarzan. I thought it was good. I can now say that I've seen Tarzan, and I mainly watched it because I was rewatching clips of Dancing with the Stars, and I saw Joey and Jenna Samba, and I was like, I need to watch the movie. Like, I just need to see it, so I watched it. I thought it was okay. C tier. Like many musical theater fans, I was waiting a full year for Wicked for Good to come out, and I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I liked it more than the first part, to be honest. Like, I thought the atmosphere was better. I liked the songs more. When we were done with the movie and we're like walking out into the parking lot and stuff like that, I was like, Firo as the Scarecrow looks like Ryan Reynolds. Is it just me? And then apparently everybody else on the internet, like I got on TikTok and was scrolling, like everybody seems to think that. Like, I've never had an original thought ever. But yeah, I liked Wicked for Good. So it's gonna be an A tier for me. Then Zootopia 2 came out. I thought I was gonna wait until Zootopia 2 came out on Disney Plus to watch it, but I was like, no, I actually really want to see it in theaters, so I did. And honestly, it was really good. I don't know what I was expecting, because I, seen trailers and stuff like that, and I was like, I want this to be good, because the first Zootopia was good. And, with the streak of like Disney movies not being like pretty good, like recently, I was worried, okay? I was worried. The references, the jokes, everything was so cool. I don't know when it comes out on Disney Plus, but when it does come out on Disney Plus, I'm gonna be sad and I'm gonna be watching it again, because I liked it. What can I say? So it's gonna be an A tier. So I mentioned Gregory Peck earlier when I was talking about Days of Glory, and my TikTok, you know, listened, so it started showing me more and more stuff about him. And I saw a clip of Roman Holiday and I watched it. Roman Holiday was really good. I thought Gregory Peck did an amazing job. Audrey Hepburn did an amazing job as well. I liked it a lot, so A tier. Guys, we've made it to the end of this list. I've been recording for an hour and a half, so let's get this done. And we're ending off on a high note because I watched Singing in the Rain for the first time this year, and it's an S tier movie. There's a reason why so many people like it, and I'm one of them. The dancing was amazing, the songs were amazing, the story was amazing, the color, the whimsy, the joy. I need to get a Singing in the Rain poster for my room. Like, that's how much I loved it so much. I'm not kidding when I say that Donald O'Connor actually had me dying laughing. Like, I don't know what it was, because it's like 1950s kind of like cheesy, corny, like kind of humor. Rehearsal process had to be crazy for this movie. Everybody, they did an amazing job. I love it, and I totally recommend, like, there's a reason why so many people like it. So yeah, Singing in the Rain, it's gonna be an S tier. There's no doubt in my mind. So yeah, that's the tier list for all the movies that I watched for the first time in 2025. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you're gonna watch any of these movies, or if I should rewatch any of these movies. If you have any movie recommendations, please comment them down below, because I would love to watch more movies. This was so much fun, and I was really, really excited to make this video. So yeah, thank you for watching. I know it's a long video. Thank you for sticking with me, and more videos to come. So yeah, thank you for watching, and Happy New Year.